And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. The impact of the coronavirus across the world has made us all more almost brutally aware about the reality of global and national economics, social relations, different cultural expectations, and of course local, national, and global politics. Since March, we have been bombarded with attempts to analyse this and that. But most positively, in many places, from many people, there has been a commitment to learn from this experience and live life differently. The virus and its potential for death and for brokenness has seen society, and integrated within that the church, adapt and inquire how we might best take action to alleviate the increase of suffering to those around us. Loneliness, fear, uncertainty about our health, our retaining our homes and jobs, fear for our children returning to school, our parents and grandparents in care or shielding. No one is dispensable, and no one should be left behind in the struggle with this pandemic. This means looking out for people who are vulnerable, not merely through charity, but in clear investment of cooperation and collaboration with each other and all our local services. As a Christian, I believe God has put the body of people together, giving different gifts to different people, so that there should be no division in the body, but that its parts should have equal concern for each other and work more effectively in sync with each other. 1 Corinthians 13 is the most used passage in the Bible when seeking to talk about love. So what does love look like in these times? What is happening all around us as this virus seeks to take hold a second time and restrictions have been tightened once more is that the church, the people of God, much seen and almost certainly not seeking reward or recognition, is continuing to adapt and love their community. In return, and alongside the church, the community are finding different ways to love each other also. What has become evident since March is that within our communities, those always considered unskilled have become key workers. Key workers in being a listening ear or a regular caller. They've become teachers of Zoom and other IT that gives FaceTime to family and friends. They've become key workers in introducing bubbles and the rule of 6 so that we can reduce isolation. Key workers as we continue to encourage social distancing, which really does challenge our understanding of these two words and how they can possibly relate to each other. Together as a community, we can beat this virus that threatens to separate us, not just through distance, but through fear and anxiety, isolation and disagreement. Love in these different times is seeking to be socially related in every way we can, looking out for our immediate neighbours, even if it means talking over the fence, phoning, writing. When was the last time you wrote to your next door neighbour? Emailing, and of course using the varied technologies at our fingertips that can bring people virtually into our lives. Perhaps this is a good time also to reflect on how we use social media for the common good, for positivity and inclusion, embracing the love of God for ourselves, and sharing the gift of being granted the capacity to love with each other. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not envious or boastful or proud. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. We are living in an ever-changing world that is predominantly focused on wealth, politics, and social standing, celebrity, importance, and attention-seeking. These are the noisy gongs and the clanging bells of life. But these will always pass away. With this pandemic, we have an opportunity to seek healing, a renewed vision for our world, and the way we engage with each other. As we discover what being healed from the effects of the commercialized celebrity status world can look like by prioritizing love, we have the opportunity to leave the old ways behind and explore a vision of a new world, God's kingdom on earth. Because you see, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. They are constant. They calmly keep going behind the scenes. This is what love looks like in these strange times. Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love.